Hello everyone, this is Lorena, and I'm back with another video for Vanguard Zero. It's time for the shutdown art to continue. While I was writing the description for the last video, I forgot to hold the thought I was holding, so I don't know what it was. What was it? No idea. If it's important enough to mention, I'll probably mention it. But I have no idea. I do know I was saying something though. Where did I just forgot it? I'm pretty sure I was rambling. Yeah, I definitely was. I was rambling and making the video longer than it needed to be again. But I mean, these parts they're like a parting gift, you know? Mainly for me, because I want better memories of this game. And I already have some, but still. Did it have anything to do with what Leon said? Anything? No idea. No idea. Intensive training. Next time we're gonna beat the Quadrant Knights for sure. Yeah. They're drawing ahead of you. They're drawing ahead of you. I suppose the wind has stopped. Eat up! Thank you for the food. These vegetables are delicious, aren't they? They go very well with the fish. Oh yeah, like, I'm picky with food. And honestly, I could probably convince someone for like an entire day that I'm a vegetarian because I don't eat a lot of meat. However, it wouldn't last very long and it would only make sense on April Fool's Day. So, yeah. Everyone would catch me quickly. They'd know I'm lying just because I said that. But, I mean, I'm not trying to be one. I just don't like a lot of meat. I mainly like chicken, and that's it. I do like some pig though, and fish sticks. I don't know what fish sticks are made out of. Which fish? I can do research myself. I don't need to rely on a comment section. I mean, seriously, if I really want to know, I can Google it. I can Google it! I'm sure Google has the answer to this. It may be a bit dumber now, and it may be too simplified and not as good as it used to be. But Google is still useful for some things. Like being a thesaurus, and a spell checker. And a way to double check my definitions. Because I keep learning words, and I don't necessarily know their meaning when I learn them. Yeah, anyway. These vegetables are delicious, aren't they? They go very well with the fish. Thank you. You're done already? Yeah. This one too. Aichi. I want you to stop trying to rescue me. I've come this far with the resolve to find you. But is that the answer? Aichi's words. I realize you are resolutely prepared for that. Aichi's words. I realize you are resolutely prepared for that. But why, Aichi? What happened? Why did you disappear without saying anything? I don't know a single thing. The Royal Paladin deck that Aichi used. Blaster Blade was the only thing that connected me and Aichi. I had no doubt that Blaster Blade coming to me was some kind of signal to help Aichi. And probably was a signal, just not from Aichi. It was probably from Blaster Blade. But Aichi has refused our help. Well, you have a right to know, don't you? Or am I making too many defenses? I mean, come on! If someone has to stop, then at least explain yourself. Although I have a feeling that he knows they won't stop if he does. And that's why he's allowing this to happen. And because it seems like the only way they'll actually listen. But it's still bullshit to me. No one should have to go through any of that. No one. No one, that includes you, Aichi, listen to me. You get back to planet Earth right now. Don't argue with me. Corin. Do you always wear that? Leon. This ribbon is my bond with Corin. Proof that we were together. So, I'm sure she has her reasons. She didn't tell us anything. I see. There's something different about Corin, and I'm still like, why was it just Corin and not all of Ultra Rare? Why just her? I don't understand. Maybe it's just cultural differences again. Maybe this is a feature of their literature in Japan. Maybe I don't understand enough about Japanese literature to actually know why Corin was written like this. But if it wasn't dubbed, then did it do well in Japan? I don't know. I wasn't there. All I know is it wasn't dubbed. I'm pretty sure it had a different reason. Wait, moving on. I see. I'm just a little nervous. Corin was using Link Joker. I'm just a little nervous. Corin was using Link Joker. That makes me suspect that both she and Aichi are possessed by Link Joker. They're not. How can you be so sure? And because now he's being sus, he's self-reporting! The wind tells me. You felt it too, didn't you? Corin's wind. When you speak about the wind, that's in regards to Psyqualia. No one else knows how to read the wind, Leon. Only Rin and Aichi can do that. You. You count, but we don't understand how that works. Anyway, moving on. Corin's wind. Thank you, I'm starting to feel better. I have faith in Corin. Sigh. Didn't you come here to train? Leon? Are you even a Vanguard fighter anymore? Attack! Ugh. I didn't think I'd win this easily. A deck without a soul is worthless. Blaster Blade. Without spirit, technique, and physical condition, the wind won't become a storm. A deck without a soul. What will you guys do? Obey what Aichi said, or go back to your old clan and then destroy everyone with it? I mean, honestly, Kai was using that clan for a long time, and for this season, he obviously switched to Royal Paladin for good reasons, but Blaster Blade is missing now. And so you're gonna switch back to Kagero if he wants to. Which I think he does eventually, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. Don't fact check me on that, because I'll learn eventually on my own. I'm suspicious about Corin. The Quattro Knights are the bad guys here. I know that. That's why I think they threatened her somehow, forcing her to become one of their comrades. Threatened her? I don't know with what. But that's the only thing that makes sense to me. Otherwise, she'd never try to keep us from getting near Aichi, right? No. Corin was in her right mind. It looks like she wanted to keep us away from Aichi, of her own will. Yeah, that's how it looked to me too. Surprisingly mature coming from someone that's younger than Naoki. No, because that makes Corin one of the bad guys too. Deal with it, Naoki. Look at the truth. Look at it. Digest it. I know that truth is I know that truth hurts and it's cruel, Naoki, but you have to accept the facts, even if they hurt and sting. I know they sting a lot, trust me. But you must accept reality for what it is. In that case, it only makes sense if she were possessed by Link Joker. Am I right? No. Accept reality! You're not that young. Well, she definitely isn't. Weren't you guys watching? Corin was suffering. In order to stop us, she even used Link Joker, a deck she totally rejected before. Corin would never have done that unless she were really determined. Back then, she was crying on the inside. She desperately kept her suffering bottled up. That's what it looked like to me. Leon, fight me so I can meet Corin again. She's anguished. That's why I have to see her. And I'll probably find out about Aichi that way too. So, sure. You still need to improve your deck. One more time with this one, please. Certainly, you should keep trying until you're satisfied with your deck. Thank you. Weren't you guys watching? Corin was suffering. Back then. I don't want to see you. Goodbye, everyone. It seems like Aichi was suffering then. Okay, this is definitely quite... It kind of... From this angle, it kind of looks like Kai's staring at me. And I'm sure it's my imagination because I don't understand how eyes are looking at me. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's actually staring at me from this angle. It's just my imagination and probably me making shit up. Okay, give me a second. I probably thought something cursed again, so the emulator froze. Maybe to make me suffer or something for my sins. I have committed a number of them. Although you have to ask a certain group of people to hear what they are. I'm kidding. I own my sins. Most of them. Listen, guys, I was at one point too young to remember anything. And with every year that passes me by, I just forget more and more shit. I can't possibly remember every sin I've had anyway. I don't remember them all. Although now we consider what counts as a sin. How many times have I sinned? A lot. A lot! Because I don't give a shit. And I'll sin if I feel like it. I mean, it doesn't seem like a bad idea, as long as it's in moderation. It's when something is excessive that something being sinful is actually sinful. Like, for example, the fact that greed is legitimate sin. You know, right now especially. But any other sin would also be as damaging if humanity got obsessed with those. And some people are obsessed with those sins. Oh my god, my model is in my way. Give me a second. I cannot believe I keep making this mistake over and over and over and over. This is painful! Oh, damn. Anyway, no one needs to hear about my beliefs on sin. Although I do know what sins are, generally. I don't necessarily agree that every sin is a sin, but if you do anything in excess, it becomes a sin. Why? Well, because it starts to hurt you or someone around you. Or both, potentially. Wrath often does both. I know. I've been on the receiving end of wrath. And unfortunately, I also mean my own. Yes, that is very painful to listen to, I'm sure. But don't worry, I'll be back to normal once the game has been pulled up. Is the game pulled up? Come on, listen to me. I want to get back to reading. I was in the middle of a moment. Dude, can you imagine if this scene is about to be over? Okay, listen, I want back in! The game's not dead yet. The game is still not dead. It's not dead yet. Let me play the game. Oh my god. Oh my god, no. No! Dude, why is it taking so long? Okay, finally! I need to turn the music back on. And get back to normal. There is no normal for me. I'm sinful. Okay, and I messed up the... Hold on a second. I messed up the volume mixer. Microsoft, you need to fix your designs. I may not be good at running a business, but your designs are stupid. That is my opinion as a consumer. Although I'm kind of a forced one because you hold a monopoly of some kind. I mean, I know there are other operating systems, but Windows is the main one, and most things work on Windows, and a lot of things only work on Windows, which is absolutely cursed. I wouldn't be using Windows if it wasn't convenient and if I had the skills to use something else. But also, there are some things I use that can probably only be used on Windows, and that's a problem, but, you know, let's continue. I had to go back to where I was, which is going to be a while. Okay, I'm almost back. I'm almost back there. I've come this far with the resolve to find you. But is that the answer? Aichi's words. I realize you are resolutely prepared for that. But why, Aichi? What happened? Why did you disappear without saying anything? I don't know a single thing. The Royal Paladin deck that Aichi used. Blaster Blade was the only thing that connected me to Aichi. I had no idea that Blaster Blade coming to me was some kind of... I had no doubt that Blaster Blade coming to me was some kind of signal to help Aichi. But Aichi has refused our help. Okay, I'm trying to find where I was. I thought I was back there, but, yeah, I'm closer. Didn't you come here to train? Leon. Are you even a Vanguard fighter anymore? Okay, I remember this too. I vocalized this. I'm pretty sure Ugh. I'm pretty sure I was almost there at the final few sentences. Before things froze. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I want to scream, but no, not right now. No. I should only scream if I'm about to die. Or, you know, I could scream into a pillow. That works. But I can't scream just because I feel like I want to. I have to be seriously pissed to actually have that function. I know, because I can only seriously scream if I'm pushed hard enough. And I don't think I'm pushed hard enough to actually do that. I can definitely be loud, but not to the point where I'm screaming. You may think I'm screaming, but a true scream, you know on sight. Okay. Alright. I'm just trying to get back to where I was. What kind of speed run is this? I'm supposed to be speed running. If this isn't speed running, even I know that. I'm not even the biggest gamer out there, but I still know that speedrunning is not this. Weren't you guys watching? Corin was suffering. Suffering? Back then. I don't want to see you. Goodbye, everyone. It seems like Aichi was suffering then. He was desperately trying to squeeze the words out. Why didn't I realize that until now? Blaster Blade knows Aichi's heart better than anyone. You're protective of Aichi. So for you to leave his side and come to me, it must mean he's... After worrying about something, you came to a decision. To part from us. But even now, you're tortured. Isn't that right, Aichi? Our paths will definitely cross. Huh? Keep moving forward. As long as you keep moving forward, our paths will cross. Our paths will definitely cross. Return of the double sleeves! Well, you could barely see the second one, but still. Someday, our paths will cross. At the time, those words were a wish. Asking him to catch up to my level. In order to get stronger, I became obsessed with winning. In order to get stronger, I became obsessed with winning. And as a result, I became isolated. You know, I became obsessed with winning too at one point. And I was trying to get Cycralia, the title in this game. And I was obsessed with it. And even a toxic person had a point when he was like, this isn't healthy, you're not doing anything else. And I'm like, yeah, you drive me batshit, but you have a point. I'll stop doing this. But even when I tried to stop playing this game all the time, my ex just kept being toxic. Whenever I would play this game, he would just hate on it. Yeah, that's how you treat the person you love. Yeah, sure. I'm obsessed. That doesn't mean I agree with the same... We're moving on. Ugh. I'm still disgusted. I'm sure he'd be disgusted if he knew the truth. Too bad! In order to get stronger, I became obsessed with winning. And as a result, I became isolated. I have no regrets, since I believed that was my path. But there was another guy who became strong, on a completely different path than mine. He believed that the other fighters who were his adversaries were actually friends and became strong by having fun. That was Aichi. At last, he became so strong that he overtook me, becoming my true rival. If our two paths cross again someday, I want to enjoy a passionate, intense fight with you. It may have been born out of my wish for you to release me from my isolated vanguard life. If I'd never met you, I bet I never would have sensed anything was wrong with being alone. That's depressing, Kai. That's depressing. No one should have to be alone. That's just... Well, I guess if someone really, really wants to be alone, I won't get in their way. But most humans need human connections or they'll go insane. Most humans do need that. We're socially dependent on each other, and that's good because that's how we survive. We survive through power in numbers and by being able to adapt to our environment. It's not intellect, it's not someone being better than the other, it's power in numbers and being able to adapt. Intelligence isn't exactly part of that. Though in my opinion, intelligence is still one of my best qualities. Well, what do you expect me to say? I'm an INTP. If I never met you, I bet I never would have sensed anything was wrong with being alone. But we did meet. And now my vanguard life without you is unthinkable. We've gotten close, so close, that you've become a part of me, Aichi. Does this sound platonic to you? Does this sound platonic to you? I mean, I guess in some cases, yes, but I just don't understand that. I guess that's because, well, not many people would get it. It's kind of unusual, and I don't think everyone is... Anyway, moving on. But if you've chosen this path, I guess I've got to support that decision. If that's your will, Leon, I told you this old story once before, but indulge me. I will indulge you in a second, Leon. Guys, I'm going to wrap things up for this video. When we come by, Leon wants to tell a story again. And it's going to be a while before I'm done with that story, because I like telling it. I mean, I like reading it.